Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Peace and prosperity, fam. Welcome to another episode of the P-Ave Perspective with Mr. O'Neal. I'm your host, Mr. O'Neal, and today we're diving into a conversation that's been long overdue. Race and power, man. Race and power. Race and power. Now, before we get into it, you know the drill. If you're watching live, I appreciate you tuning in. Share the feed, like, comment, support. And if you're watching the live stream, be sure to leave. If you're watching the replay later, be sure to leave a comment and be sure to share it with anybody that you feel like need to hear it, man. So how y'all been doing this week? Hopefully everybody been good. Hopefully life treating everybody right. And hopefully we ready for another episode of the P-Ave Perspective with Mr. O'Neal. And talk to me. But tonight, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the oldest games in the world, really. And that's the divide and conquer strategy, man. Let's keep it real. When we look at this system and we look at the powers that be and everything that's going on with the system, the government, and everything like that, we really forget the basic core of our political system. Because our political system was designed and based on the structure of the people, by the people, and for the people. So the system don't really work. We know that. But how is this system able to stay in place? How is this system able to stay in place? Think about that. Because especially with this year's election. This year's election have been talked about more, politics have been talked about more in this election than I can ever remember. And the crazy part about it is the people, the most powerful aspect of the system, feel powerless. Why is that? Why is that? Why do we feel so powerless? And it's because they strip us of our power. And let's be realistic, you know what I'm saying? Let's take it back, because one of the main misconceptions is, and like I was taught this too, that the system includes white people. So by default, we have been taught to look at the white people as the reason for our problem, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like white people have been misled into believing that black people, Hispanic people, and other minorities coming to this country are the root of the problem of this country. How did they accomplish that? How did they get people to do that? How did they get people to feel that way? Let me take you back. Let me take you back. And we're going to discuss the root of the system with this problem with the system. Like, if you look back to the 1600s and look up what they call Baker's Rebellion. Baker's Rebellion was, just like you say, you always have the historical rebellions, you know what I'm saying, during that time. But the difference between the Baker's Rebellion and so many other rebellions is that the people that made up the rebellion against the government were not only whites and free whites, but blacks, enslaved blacks, and other races during that time came together because they realized that their problems, the white people problems, everybody's problems, were the result of the system. So they came together and they actually, stood up against the system. And I can only imagine, you know what I'm saying, what the powers that be thought when that happened. Like, okay, you have white people and slaves coming together against the government. Like, people these days need to read that so you can understand the precedent that set. Because that started, I believe that right there led the government to understand that we have to do something about this. We have to do something about this because that was, and I don't know anything that happened before then, but to me, when I read that, that was the start of anybody with common sense realizing we don't want this to happen. We don't want this to happen. We do not want blacks and whites to come together and realize that together they have more power. They have power to influence and really change or really destroy the whole system. The whole system. And that terrified the elite. Now, let me differentiate. When we talk about the system, you have to separate, you know what I'm saying? Because the system, although it's predominantly controlled by whites, all whites are not a part of the system. We know that. We know that. We can see that. All now, because if the system, if the powers that be was about race, there would be no poor white people. All the white people would be middle class or rich if it was about race. But it's not about race. The only role that race plays in the system is it's the biggest tool they use to keep us divided and to control us. That's what it is. That's what it is. Whoa, now, Big Charles, what's up, Milkman? Most definitely, man. You most definitely, Milkman. I appreciate you, man. But like, honestly, man, think about that for a minute. Think about that. Because just do the math. Just do the math. How many black and white middle class people do we have in America? How many poor white and black people do we have in America? They far outnumber the rich. They far outnumber the wealthy. But we are the same ones that's left complaining about the system is against us. That's because we don't really understand our power, and we don't really understand that we can control the system. And the reason why we don't know it is because we've been bamboozled. We've been bamboozled. Now think about it. We as black people, we know we've been bamboozled. We realize now that we've been bamboozled. But I'm going to tell you something that a lot of us don't even know and haven't even thought about. But white people have been bamboozled just as bad as we have. White people were bamboozled just as bad as we have. We think that, you know what I'm saying, we equate our presence here in America with slavery when allegedly we were brought over here in slavery. You know what I'm saying? But think about it. Deception was going on way before we got here. Deception was going on way before we got here. You know what I'm saying? In the form of simply voting. Simply voting. When they split into two parties, you know what I'm saying, they said they was giving Americans, which back then were white Americans, they were giving them a choice. But basically they were schooling them on, these are the only two choices when you have. Just like they treat us today when they only show us the Kamala Harris or, you know what I'm saying, the Donald Trump. But look at how many other people run for president every year and get on the ballot. But they don't promote those people because they don't want you to know you have multiple choices. They want you to feel like you have those same two choices. So the other candidates don't get promoted. But think about it. They had to sell this system to the white people way before we got here. When they took this land, when the powers that be took this land, they couldn't tell, you know what I'm saying, the settlers that later came that, hey, we took this land from the people that was already living here, you know what I'm saying, so y'all watch out for yourself, you know what I'm saying, because they upset with us, they gonna try to take it back. They didn't tell them people that. What they told the people was, the people that was already here that we attacked and took what belonged to them, they're the savages. They're the savages. Think about it. Most of the settlers that move in after they start settling the United States and they put this system in place, they came in feeling like they were the privileged ones. They were told that they were the privileged ones because they were, you know what I'm saying, building a new country. They didn't tell these people that you own stolen land. That we giving you access, so we giving you an opportunity to buy stolen land. They didn't tell those people that. They didn't tell those people that. So those people read the same history books that we read. Those people read that Christopher Columbus discovered this. You know what I'm saying? They were taught the same thing in those history books that we were taught. They were misled. Okay, to mislead them all that way, and then think about this, because I had to think about it. I had to put myself in their shoes. And I had to think about, okay, what if this was Africa? You know what I'm saying? What if this was Africa and we were all in Africa and we was chilling and somebody came and said, hey man, we found these white people and you can have them as your slaves. You can buy these white people for slaves. You can have them work on your farm. You can have them do anything you want to do because they're inferior to you. They're less than you. They're nothing but animals. Think about that if the shoe was on the other foot and they brought these people to us and told us that these people were animals and that these people were inferior and that, like, they were really misled. Think about this. They were really misled. Now imagine that being us. If we're taught that by our parents, by our grandparents, by the system, and we told that these people are inferior, these people are less than animals. You can buy these people, you can sell these people, you can kill these people if they don't do what you want them to do. How would us as a race of people view those people right now if we were taught this way back then? How would we view them? Just keep it real, because I had to think about it, and I know I wouldn't have been too much different than the slave owners back then. I can't lie. I'm just being real. Because if my mom and daddy telling me, you know what I'm saying, that this is an animal, this is less than an animal, and I can treat this, like, I believe them. They're my parents. Why wouldn't I believe them? If I saw them treating people like that, why wouldn't I believe that's the right thing to do? That's how we talk. We looked at it like that. So I had to go back and I had to look at that, man. And I had to realize, like, okay, these people been misled, these people been miseducated, and these people been used too to keep this system intact by they rich white brethren. I think it was, you know what I'm saying, a quote I read from, I think it was Lyndon B. Johnson, that I don't know the exact quote, but it was something like, if you can make a poor white man think he's better than a poor black man, like, you can distract him while you pick his pocket. And that's just what they did. That's just what they're doing today. They are still falsely teaching these people, you know what I'm saying, white people, that, hey, y'all are better than those people. Those people are animals. Look at what they do. Look at the news. Look at how they portray us in the news. They teach us that we should be scared of them out there. We done freed the slaves now. They running ragged. They running crazy. You know, you got to worry about them invading your neighborhood. You have to worry about them invading your schools. You have to worry about them invading your daughters. They done scared these people because these are the same people that they said were animals, that they allowed to treat us like shit. But now they turn around and tell them, okay, we're going to free them and y'all have to treat them as equals. How they work? Now we're going to tell y'all that they're equal to y'all. How they work? To people that's been brainwashed, you know what I'm saying, and misled and miseducated. Good evening, Miss Alicia. Think about that, though, because I had to, you know what I'm saying, go to the pen before I realized. I had to go to prison. When I went to prison, I ran into the racists, the Aryans. You got Aryan Brotherhood, you got Aryan Nation, you know what I'm saying? You got these Aryans, and these Aryans are taught to believe that they're the superior race. White is the superior race. And I had to, you know what I'm saying, really break it down to them. And like, I'm not going to be rude because I know somebody taught you this. But I'm going to ask you, if you're superior to me, if you white guys are superior to us as black guys, why the hell are y'all in the same situation we in? Why is your background and your life not any better than mine? Because whoever telling you that you're superior, they not explaining this part. Because your white brethren, your white counterpart, those people that look like you, that are rich or that are middle class, they don't fuck with you like they don't fuck with me. When you go to, you know what I'm saying, when broke white people or poor white people go to middle class neighborhoods, they look at them just like they look at black people when they come into the neighborhood. Nah. And it don't care how much money the black people got. You just not on their level. The same way it is with middle class and rich people. Rich people look at middle class the same way. They'll tell you. They look down their nose at us. They feel like they better than us. Why? If y'all all white. Why would the next white man feel like he better than the next white man? Because he's been taught that. He's been led to believe that. And he's been led to believe that so that the powers that be can keep us divided. And I had to talk to these, you know what I'm saying, Aryans and like really break it down to them. And like, they won't, you know what I'm saying, admit it because it's just that ingrained in them. But they've been, you know what I'm saying, miseducated, misled to believe that they really some goddamn body. But these people are in prison just like me. So if I'm nobody and I'm in prison, what does that make you if you in here with me? You're not in a special jail. You know what I'm saying? The powers that be, the system, they don't have a special jail for white people. Every motherfucking body go to the same jails. And think about it. We know, you know what I'm saying, how they tell me, those white supremacists tell me we had to band together because we had to protect ourselves in prison from blacks. Why aren't your rich counterparts protecting you from the animals? Why would your rich counterparts put you in the same facility or put you in the same situation with the animals who are not worth anything? Because they don't feel like you're worth anything either. They don't feel like you shit either. And I really had to make them understand that because just like I said, they didn't get brainwashed overnight. That shit happened over time. Just like it happened with us. But the one thing that's different is We didn't have access to the information then. We got access to the information now. You know what I'm saying? And long before this happened, think about it. Look back to the Black Panthers. Do anybody realize that the Black Panther, you know what I'm saying, organization wasn't totally funded and supported by black people? There were white people there too. There were white people who got the information, the real information, and realized, okay, I've been misled, I've been miseducated. Let me get on my game. Let me do my research. Let me do my homework and figure out what's really going on with this country. And when they did that, a lot of them realized, damn, we in the same boat that y'all in. We in the same boat that y'all in. We dealing, you know what I'm saying, poor white people are dealing with the same shit that poor black people are dealing with. In a country that says white is power. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Because you think about it, our president ran on a platform that say make America great again. And black people took that to mean put us back in slavery. You know what I'm saying? Some white people took that. But think about it. Look at slavery. There were poor white people in slavery just like, you know what I'm saying, there was poor blacks, man. So when has, you know what I'm saying, for those poor whites, when was America great for you? It wasn't even great for you during slavery because you couldn't afford no slaves. And the rich white people that could, they still looked at you at the same way. They look at you as maybe a percentage higher than us because of your white skin. But it never, you know what I'm saying, made you an equal to the rich. You're not one of them. You're not one of them, man. You are not one of them. And they had to let you know that. So, like I said, man, what got us to this point? What got us to this point? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we were misled. And just like I said, the white people, they were misled to believe that they were better than us, but you were never made to believe you were equal to them. But you were made to believe that you were better than us. And then after they freed us and we became a real financial problem, and we really, you know what I'm saying, started organizing and uniting and building up ours and trying to build up something of our own, they had to tell y'all that we were a threat. Think about it. In a time where y'all said whites only, you know what I'm saying, no blacks allowed, and we started building our own, they had to tell the poor white people that, hey, they're a threat. Because they had to, you know what I'm saying, make them hate us. They had to keep them hating us. Because if they realized that, hey, man, we all fighting for the same thing, really. You know, like if they really let us figure that out and they really let us sit down and talk about that and figure it out, that would have switched the game up. And if you think I'm lying, this is what I want you to do. I spoke on the Black Panthers earlier to show you that whites in America was going through the same thing that blacks in America was going through at that time. Look it up when I tell you this. When the whites came to the Black Panthers and said, hey, man, we going through the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? We damn the niggas too. Because we dealing with the same thing y'all dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we, you know what I'm saying, join the movement? How can we, you know what they told them? They told them, like, y'all can't join our movement. But if you're going through the same thing that we're going through, create your own movement. Create your own movement. That's what they never told y'all about the Black Panthers. And I'm going to tell y'all about this now. If you don't believe me, look it up. Just like there was a Black Panther Party, there was a White Panther Party. You know what I'm saying? Just like there was a White Panther Party, there was a Latino Panther Party. You had different races that started their own Panther Party based off the Black Panther framework. But the Black Panther framework was to fight for rights and equality of blacks. So what do you think the White Panther Party was for? What do you think the White Panther Party? Fighting for rights that they didn't have, that they middle class or rich counterparts did. Because they realized when it comes to these rich folks, when it comes to these middle class, we niggas too. We niggas too. But they don't never want you to figure out that y'all niggas too. Because if y'all realize that y'all niggas and we realize that we niggas, what if niggas came together? What if niggas came together? You know what I'm saying? Imagine how much votes, Imagine how much money, imagine how much resources we control as a whole, as far as poor and middle class whites and blacks and Spanish and any other marginalized, you know what I'm saying, people in the United States. Imagine if we came together and realized that since we have the same problems and the solutions to the problems would be similar, why can't we work together to try to achieve those goals for everyone? It's power in numbers, and they don't like that. They do not like that. Not whatsoever, man. Not whatsoever. They do not like that. So we have to understand that, man. We have to understand that not only was we miseducated and misled, they were too. They were too. But you have to understand, a lot of them have access to the information that we have. A lot of them has figured out the same thing. A lot of them has figured out that they consider niggas too. That the government is not for them either. That the government is corrupt when it comes to stuff that's for the people in general. Because it's not about the people. It's about power. It's about money. It's about maintaining control of the resources. Because as long as they maintain control of the resources, we have to be subservient to them because we need them. When in actuality, if we came together and recognized our power, we could destroy it. We could destroy that shit. We could destroy that shit. We don't need them because we can put a whole new system in place of people that are of the people, by the people, and for the people. And that's what they don't want. But just like I said, it's not about facts, man. It's about emotions. Because when people are scared, they think with their emotions. And that's what you have a lot of. That's why you have a lot of angry whites. That's why you have a lot of angry blacks. But we are angry at the wrong people. The white people, you know what I'm saying, mad because they say blacks and Hispanics and other races are destroying the system because we are burdened to the welfare system. But when whites start realizing and do the research, like I had to show these Aryans, do the research, brother. The research is there. The research is there. The research shows that white women, know what I'm saying, or white people, know what I'm saying, like get more government assistance on average than black people. So how can we be the problem? But y'all not. When y'all get more than we do. It makes no sense. But like I said, people are waking up to that. People are really waking up to that because facts is facts. And like I said, once you get out of your feelings, it's easy to accept the facts. And just like I said, the information is out there now. The information is out there. But for real though, talk to me. Like, y'all see it. Y'all see it. But what are some of the fear-based tactics that y'all see in the media? Start looking at it. Start looking at, you know what I'm saying? We've been knowing how, you know what I'm saying, black people, you know what I'm saying, that commit crimes, front page, picture posted, everything. White people, you got to look for the story. You got to search for the picture to try to figure out. Like, we know that that's been going on. That's part of the game that they play. That's part of the game that they play to instill fear in white people. To make them not want to deal with us. Afraid to deal with us. You know what I mean? Because they think we all violent. They think we all criminals. They think we all drug dealers. They think we all pimps. They think we all hoes. So they don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to coexist with us. They don't feel like we have the same problems. But we do. And our problem is the government. But let's flip the script though. Imagine that. Imagine if poor and middle class whites and blacks, all races in the United States, all Americans, poor and middle class, wake up and realizing that we have a common problem, and that common problem is the system. Imagine what's going to happen when they wake up. And then Imagine how hard they are trying to keep us from waking up. Imagine the amount of resources that are being put toward keeping us divided and keeping us disliking or actually hating each other. Think about that. For real. Think about the power of our voices. Think about the power of our votes. And think about the power of our dollars. For real. If we stop feeding into the system, the game, if we stop blaming each other and started demanding real change, this entire system would crumble. It would crumble. Just that simple. Just as simple for us to sit down and have a conversation to say, okay, what are the problems that y'all are dealing with in y'all community? And why do you think, you know what I'm saying, that these problems are affecting y'all? It's nearly the same solutions, man. It's nearly the same problems and nearly the same solutions. Let's keep it real. Laws don't get passed because politicians want to help us. They don't get passed because politicians want to be generous. The stimulus checks didn't get passed out because they just wanted to give us some money, because they just wanted us to have some money. They get passed because people united demanded, man. Look at the civil rights movement. Look at the labor rights movement. Hell, look at the LGBTQ movement. Women's rights. None of that happens, man, because of division, man. Those people had to come together. Those people had to unite for a common cause. Those people had to realize that I'm having the same problem that you have, man. And like me trying to solve them on my own, I could get so far. But if I could get with other people, other groups who have the same problem that I have and that are willing to do something to solve these problems, it would be so much more powerful. My voice would be that much stronger. My vote would be that much stronger. My dollar would be that much stronger if I could build a group of people that think like I think and that are dealing with the same problems that I deal with, man. They don't want us to think on that level. That would take a miracle for blacks. Like, you're right, but we need a miracle. Because if we don't have a miracle, what's going to be the outcome? If we don't get and I believe the same thing. I believe it would take a miracle for us to come together as blacks, let alone to be able to come together and unite with whites in the same situations or other races in the same situation. And I think it's not really those races. It's more us than anything. Because we feed into the stereotypes that they portray us to be. We feed into it. Like every time they try to say we this or we that and we this, instead of proving them wrong, we do stuff to consistently prove them right. So that's on us. And like you said, like it will take a miracle, but the flip side is it's got to be done. We have to, you know what I'm saying, make a miracle, because if not, then what's the outcome? Continuing to live like this? Our kids growing up to live under this system, our grandkids growing up to live under this system. Do you think we're going to get richer? Do you think our grandkids is going to accomplish more than we accomplish? Do you think our kids, hell no, it's not set up for that. It's not set up. This system is not set up for that. And if we don't destroy this system or reconstruct this system while we have it, if we don't make a miracle, I don't think the next generation will be equipped mentally and emotionally to do it. Look at them. Look at them. I don't think they will be equipped to do it. So it's up to us to create the miracle and pass the miracle on to them so they can, know what I'm saying, see the miracle through. That's what it's on. You know what I'm saying? The system fears unity more than anything else, man. I'm telling you. That's why they keep us at each other's throats. Because united, we can rewrite all the rules. We can get any law passed that we want to get passed. For real. Greed and power take over. Most definitely, man. Most definitely, man. Like if you take it back to the late great Tupac Shakur. It's a video online where they were having a rally, you know what I'm saying, in California to get a law passed. It was one of the propositions. but it was an actual law that they was trying to get passed. And they called, you know what I'm saying, Death Row Records, you know what I'm saying, to the rally, to gain support for the rally. And when I looked at the video, it's online, you know what I'm saying, Tupac speaks at a rally in LA. But the statement that Tupac made on that stage, I felt like that's the thing that got him killed. For a long time, I felt like the government had killed him, honestly. I know different now, but because of that, so much other stuff, and because of that statement, because the brother made a powerful statement. The brother is a rapper, and the brother realized what a lot of these rappers don't realize today. They don't realize the power in their music, man. They don't realize the power in their fan base, man. That's why these people, you know what I'm saying, the powers that be are pushing this negative, killer, bitch, hoe, money, drugs, bullshit music culture to our kids. That's why they pushing that to our kids. They don't want another Tupac, because Tupac stood on that stage and Tupac said, my last album sold X million copies. Snoop last album sold X million copies. The Dogg Pound album sold X million copies. We need to turn those album sales or those supporters into votes. And if we can turn those album sales and supporters into votes, we can get any law passed that we want to get passed. And he said, we have to make these politicians respect us, man. We have to. And like, that was one of the most powerful statements I ever heard from a rapper. I'm going to keep it real. Because he recognized the power in his following and his supporters. We don't. These rappers nowadays don't recognize that. That's why they leading all they listeners to hell or to prison. And that's what the powers that be want them to do. That's why they push this music. That's why all this motherfucker, like, that's why these people can go live and do all this ignorant shit, kill each other, shoot each other, but I can't say certain words on my social media account or I get banned. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Why do you think I can, you know what I'm saying, people can go online, they can cuss, they can fuss, they can do whatever the hell they want to do. They can shoot motherfuckers online. And it's cool. Those videos come to get through, but then if I say the wrong thing on my video that they don't like, if I like this might talk in unity amongst races, like this shit might get me banned. This video might get banned just because of that. That's just how touchy this subject is with the powers that be, because they never want us to wake up and realize that. They never want us to wake up and realize that, man. For real. I'm going to ask y'all, if we could unite as a people, black, white, brown, Asian, what's the first thing you think we should change? Drop it in the comments. Ooh, excuse me. Drop it in the comments. That's it, milkman. They straight trash. They straight, but just like I said, they serving the purpose. Because all they talk about is kill, murder, my ops, bitches, drugs. And what are our kids on right now? They druggies, you know what I'm saying? They unprotected sex, you know what I'm saying? Babies everywhere, no families, you know what I'm saying? They own all kind of drugs. And all they think about is money, to the point where they selling their bodies, they selling their souls to get it, man. That's coming from the music. That's what the music is teaching them to do. They don't have music like they had when I was coming up. I was just telling my son the other day, when I was rapping, like I couldn't even rap, like I was one of the most gangster dudes I know, but I couldn't rap about gangster. That's too easy. About being a gangster, that's too easy. That's all we know. But what's the message in it? It ain't no message. That's why I don't listen to it, milkman. Ain't no message in this shit. Ain't no message in it. We got to change the mindset, man. We do. We do, man. We have to change the mindset. That's the only way it's going to work. That is the only way it's going to work. And that's what we're going to talk about next, man. How do we break the cycle, man? One of the first things we have to do to break this cycle, man, we have to educate ourselves and educate others. Like, I didn't know it then, but just like I said, when I tell y'all about the prison and the Aryans, like, I was actually educating those dudes. And just like I said, to some of them, that shit went in one ear and out the other, just like it do with us. But a lot of those dudes couldn't deny the truth. A lot of those dudes, you know what I'm saying, couldn't, you know, regardless of what they said to me in my presence, I know in my heart that when they went back to their cell and they got by themselves, they really had to ask themselves, okay, if we are the superior race, why the hell are we in prison with the people that they are telling us is animals and that we should be scared of, that we should stay away from? You know, why would you put me in the same situation as them if I'm with you? And just like I said, man, they realized it. They realized it. You know what I'm saying? I read their literature. I read, you know what I'm saying, the books about David Duke. Louisiana, we know who David Duke is. That's one of they, you know, top guys. They look up to David Duke. I read his book. I read the, you know what I'm saying, the literature that they give them. And just like I said, man, it's miseducating and misleading. They using them as a pawn against us for their benefit. And just like I said, they're not even rewarding them for it. Because think about it. If you know what I'm saying, if this country was built on racism and you had a bunch of racist whites running around doing shit to black people, what would happen to them? If white was superior, like y'all the superior race. So why the fuck are they locking y'all up for doing the same shit we doing? Why y'all in the trailer parks? Why y'all in the poor white trash neighborhoods like we in the hood? Why they haven't, you know what I'm saying, poured money into the trailer park to build it up, you know what I'm saying, to give y'all more opportunities, you know what I'm saying, instead of just telling y'all that everybody else is the reason why y'all don't have those opportunities. Because they don't give a fuck about y'all either, man. They don't give a fuck about them people, just like they don't give a fuck about us, man. It's about money. It's about power. And the main way to keep control of your money and keep control of your power is to keep control of the masses, man. This shit just like slavery. This just like slavery. You make a few slaves, them house niggas think they better than the other slaves, and that'll keep everybody in order. So they made, you know what I'm saying, the white people think they was a little better than us, you know what I'm saying, so they can try to keep us in line and keep everything in order. But, again, they're not doing any better than us, man. They're not doing no better than us. So, the first thing we have to do is educate ourselves, man. The literature out here, you know what I'm saying, the books, the information, everything is out here. All the shit, think about it. They had to go back and change the history books. They can't tell people that Columbus discovered America no more because everybody know better. So the information is out there. You just have to be willing to go look it up and then take it for what it is, you know, and act on it. But like I said, start with educating ourselves, man. If we don't truly understand the system, we can never overcome it. Understanding the game being played, it helps us, you know what I'm saying, to figure out how to play the game, man, and how to win. We're not even in the game. We swear we in the game. We divided, man. We're not even in the game. We're not even in the game. Look at it. If we was really in the game, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. If we were really in the game, we wouldn't have the current president that we have now. We're not in the game, man. We just participating. We're not even, you know what I'm saying, fully involved. Because we don't know what the hell going on. For real. But the next thing we need to do, man, is stop taking the bait, man. Stop feeding into this bullshit and negativity that they put on social media, man, to distract us and to divide us. And boy, look, niggas, I'm talking about black people, y'all the worst ones, man, because y'all done took it from us against them to the point where we everything we post is dividing each other. Men against women. Women better than this. Men, look, fuck. We are not women, and women are not men, man. We are equal. We are 100%. Gee, they are 100% women. We are 100% men. We cannot compete. You know what I'm saying? We cannot. No, like, that shit is, you know what I'm saying, not possible. A woman can't beat me being a man. I wouldn't even try or want to try to beat a woman being a woman, man. So when are we going to realize that? When do we understand that we do not compare, man? We are made to unite. We are made to come together for the betterment of whole. Not on no division shit. That shit don't make, you know what I'm saying, us stronger because I can sit back as a man and say, oh, women this or women that, or talk down on women. That shit does not make me no higher, just like these arrogants. Because you sit and say you superior, then the next, that don't make you superior. Because you feel like that shit is trash. So because we feel like we better than women or women feel like that shit don't make us no better. That shit make us trash. Because no human being is better than the other person. I'm the best at being Toby L. O'Neal, man. I'm the best at being me. Can't nobody compete with me with being me. And I know that. And anybody else should feel the same way. That's why it should never be no competition. I don't want to be nobody else. I'm cool being me. And if the next person wanted to be me, they couldn't, man. I'm original. So I'm 100. I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, that makes me no better than nobody else. But I don't feel that it makes me no less than nobody else either, man. Believe that. Believe that, man. We got to get on our game, man. Too worried about who got the biggest bag. Hey, man, for real. For real. Study competing. And ain't nobody got shit. I look at that shit, you know what I'm saying? P, you know, we grew up in the project. How you going to look down the next nigga you stay in the projects too? Get off the gas. We've been doing that shit. We've been on that bullshit. But then I go across town to the trailer park and they want to look down on me. Then you living better than me. You living better than me. What your people done did for you? Come on, man. But we need to stop taking the bait. We need to stop feeding into this shit, man. When the media try to pit us against each other, question it, man. Question it. When you see these bullshit ass posts, you know what I'm saying? Ask yourself, who benefit from this shit? Who benefit from this shit? When you see a nigga post, well, men this and this and women this, that, what? Who benefit from that shit? He don't benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get like I tell people, you can get a like, you can get a lot of like, you can get a lot of share, you can benefit financially for that shit. But that's just like selling dope to your motherfucking people, man. Sharing bullshit just so you can get likes and shit like that. That's like selling dope to your motherfucking mama, nigga, just so you can make money. You a roach ass nigga. You a roach ass nigga, and you part of the problem. That's all it is. It's time out for this shit, man. It's time out for this shit, man. Come on, man. You know we come from that, man. We come from the mud, man. If we didn't have nothing, we had each other, man. That's the only way we made it up out of that motherfucker. Everybody that chose to have ops or chose to stand by themselves and chose to try to be hard or chose, all them motherfuckers dead and locked up, man. The motherfuckers that made it up out of there was the motherfuckers that humbled themselves and knew I need somebody, man. I can't do this shit by myself. And that's the only way we're going to change the world, man. We need each other. We need each other. We can't do this shit by ourselves. For real. So, stop taking the bait, man. Stop feeding into the bullshit and the negativity, man. Stop feeding to the white man. The white man. Man, the white, I look at these, you know what I'm saying? I look at my homeboy. They grinding, working, you know what I'm saying? Trying to figure it out just like me. How the fuck is they the reason why I'm in my situation? That's bullshit, man. Get off the gas. Start accepting responsibility for the shit you can control, man. For real. You control your own actions. A motherfucker can't stop you from getting no job. A motherfucker can't stop you from stacking no motherfucking money. A motherfucker can't stop you from bettering yourself. And the motherfucker cannot stop you from putting on for your community, man. They can't. Excuse my cousin, man. I don't mean to do this, but like, this serious to me, man. And I know anybody that know me, y'all know this, man. Y'all see, this shit's serious to me. But, man, like, start supporting shit that unite us, man. Start supporting shit that unite us. Me on my personal page, man, I share networking events. I share empowerment events. You know what I'm saying? Especially women empowerment, men empowerment. Like, I share that shit because I want the females that I know, you know what I'm saying, to go to those events and meet other women and other people that's about empowering each other, man. That's why I share that shit. You don't see me sharing that bullshit. But I see, too, I don't get no likes on that. I don't get no likes when I share, you know what I'm saying, something positive. I don't get no likes when I say, here go an event, man. Go to this event and better yourself. But if I share the motherfucking fight video, or if I share some shit degrading women, motherfucker will run to that. Motherfucker will run to the, you know what I'm saying, opportunity to disagree with me, or to argue with me, or to try to talk down or discredit something I said or something I posted. But a motherfucker will not support nothing that's positive, that's unifying, that's bringing us together. And y'all are part of the problem, man. Y'all the biggest part of the problem. For real. Because y'all niggas, man. I just posted on Facebook today. I'm through dealing with niggas, man. I just want to deal with black people. Black people that's about bettering themselves, man. I'm through dealing with niggas. I don't know what I'm saying, want to socialize with you niggas. I do not want to socialize, kick it up with no nigga shit. I don't want to indulge in no nigga shit. And that go from black people, white people, Spanish, any niggas. Anybody on nigga shit, I do not support that shit. I will not in any kind of way tolerate it, man. Just like they said in the Too Short song back in the day, die niggas so black folks can take over. That's what I'm on now. Kill all that nigga shit. Kill the nigga in you. Find a black man in you. Find a black woman in you, man. It's time out for that shit. It's time out for that shit. But next, man, to make a difference, you need to learn to use your voice, man. I use mine on this platform. I use mine on this platform to try to educate, be educated, talk about issues, you know what I'm saying, that affect us, and come up with solutions to those issues, man. That's how we get better. That's what I'm all about. So use your voice, man. Vote. You know what I'm saying? Use your dollar. Start, you know what I'm saying, being real strict about where you spend your money at, man. We see all these campaigns now, you know what I'm saying, because we just getting hip to the point where these same stores and these same companies that we supporting is supporting the bullshit that's holding us back. We realizing that this year, man. Don't forget that. That's a vital piece of information. Don't forget that. Remember that next year when it's time to vote for a candidate next year. And don't just, you know what I'm saying, worry about the president. That's not the only elected official. All these motherfuckers elected. All of them elected, man. All of them, you know what I'm saying, just like they voted in, they can get their ass voted out if they supporting the wrong shit, man. And that's what we should do, man. That's what we should do, man. Speak out against that shit. Speak out against it. If you see bullshit, call bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Vote. Start looking at more than the presidency. Start looking at your local election. Start looking at the, you know what I'm saying, the mayor. Start looking at the city council. Start looking at them people. Start really checking out, you know what I'm saying? Look, do the research to find out what they voting for. What laws they voting for. What laws they not. Because a lot of these motherfuckers are looking like us, but they behind closed doors voting against the shit that's going to benefit us. Because they work for the system. They have an R in front of their name. Or they have a D in front of their name. So while they might be, you know what I'm saying, black on the outside, that's what we used to call Oreo cookies. You with them people, man. You not for us. They put you out here so you can look like you are and you can say the right stuff so we can feel like you for us. So you can vote. We can vote for you. But we got to start realizing, just like we vote your ass in there, we going to keep track of what you're doing, man. We going to keep tabs on what you're doing. And if you're not doing nothing to benefit us, we going to get your ass out of there. We going to get your ass right on up out of there. For real. They going to have to hate me for this, bro. They going to have to. I told them when I started doing this podcast, I told them, I'm going to make some people mad, man. I'm not going to get everybody to listen because most of the niggas on this nigga shit. I'm not on that, man. But I'm going to call it how I see it. I'm going to keep it real because I want to see my people better themselves. So I got to call bullshit when I see it. I know they mad. I know they going to be mad. Me and my partner, you know what I'm saying, talking about this today, man. You know what I'm saying, we're texting them earlier. And like when we come out and tell our truth, they're going to send people for us. They're going to send the females to come get us distracted so they can catch me with a female. So they can, you know what I'm saying, expose me like y'all doing now so y'all can turn me down because I had sex. And they say that's wrong, you know what I'm saying? But that don't take away from the message. That don't take away from the real motherfucking message. But they'll do anything to tear down and to discredit the message because they know y'all will run with it. They know y'all will run with it. Y'all will help them turn me down. Soon as y'all think I got a little clout, I'm doing a little better than y'all, or I got a few more views than y'all, and y'all think, you know what I'm saying, Facebook send me a little check, y'all get to hating too and want to turn me down. Y'all gonna want to jump on the first story they sure about me. Don't do no research. Y'all just gonna want to jump on his shirt like, yeah, look, I knew he was this. I knew he was that. We our own worst enemies, man. Don't let them use you, though. Don't let them use you. Don't let them use you, man. Because if you come for me, you're going to lose. Because I'm for good. You can't go against good. Y'all keep on thinking, you know what I'm saying, that these people got y'all thinking y'all can go against what's right. because y'all not feeling it. Y'all can discredit what's right because y'all not feeling it, or y'all can call niggas zesty, or y'all can say niggas have feminine energy because niggas speak the real. Shit don't faze me, man. Shit don't faze me. Shit don't faze me. So use your voice, use your vote, and use your dollar wisely, man. These are the tools of power, man. Don't give them away freely. Don't give your vote to somebody, you know what I'm saying, just because they promise you a stimulus check. Don't give your vote to nobody just because they black. Don't give no vote to nobody just because they a woman. Don't give no vote to nobody because they say they gonna make America great again, and you feel like that includes you. Because when your ass end up on the outside looking in, like everybody that voted for Trump, they ain't let y'all ass in the White House. Know what I'm saying? He ain't paid, you know what I'm saying, to have the trailer park remodel. He ain't none of that shit. None of that shit. He ain't send no special stimulus checks, you know what I'm saying, to the motherfucking trailer park. He ain't did that. Just like he ain't sending no special checks to the projects, man. No, that's not how it works, man. We got to get our own. Look, man, it all starts with conversations like this, man. Real conversations. And let me say this, man. I appreciate all y'all taking the time to comment, man. For real. That shit means a lot to me, man, because that shows that what I'm saying is being heard, man. And that's more powerful than anything else. That's more powerful than anything else. The fact that y'all commenting with legitimate comments that show me y'all not only listening, man, but y'all understanding where I'm coming from and y'all understanding what I'm giving, man. That shit means a lot. That's what keep me going, man. That's what keep me going, because when I, like, it's like I look at this speaking, and just like I said, people know I used to do the music thing. I look at this speaking, you know what I'm saying, like a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And I look at this just like I go to show. Right now, I got 2 people coming on here. I got 2 people that says on here listening. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, I'm just like the rapper that said, nigga, I don't care if it's 1 person listening. I'm going to perform like it's full in here. Because I want that person to get what I'm trying to give. If that 1 person gets what I'm trying to give, I feel successful. Because I can perform in a room of hundreds and nobody get it. That would be worse than, you know what I'm saying, performing in front of 1 person and that 1 person getting it, man, when it comes to me and my mission and my message, man. That's what it's all about, man. Sharing the message. And just like I said, connecting with people who feel like I feel, who know what I'm talking about, or, you know what I'm saying, is open to what I'm talking about, and who want to do something to make a change, man. Those are the people I'm talking to. Those are the people I'm talking to. And like I said, it starts with challenging the narrative we've been fed, man. And it starts with recognizing that unity is a threat to them, man. That beef shit, they love that. They love to see us beefing. They love to see black people killing each other. Population control. For real, population control. Because at one point, at the way we were growing, they still scared we're going to outnumber them after a while. In Shreveport, shit, we already outnumber them. So what you think, why do you think, you know what I'm saying, the crime rate in Shreveport, you know what I'm saying, is continuing to get higher and they really not doing nothing about it? Because y'all not killing no white people. When you kill them white people, you fuck around fucking one of them white people, you see how they treat you different. As long as you killing other niggas, they don't care. They gonna, you know what I'm saying, put that nigga in the ground and put the other nigga in the pen. Then depending on what nigga you kill, they might give you a shorter sentence so you can get out and kill you another couple of niggas. They don't care. They do not care, man. They do not care. So like I said, man, we have to figure it out, man. Here's the bottom line, man. The real power has always been in the hands of the people. But as long as we fighting each other, as long as we focused on beefing with each other, we never going to turn that key, man. The system don't fear riots. You know what I'm saying? They don't fear protests. They don't fear niggas marching. That shit there, you know what I'm saying, is counterfeit. But I guarantee you, if we start a campaign, next election coming up, a year before the next election, if black folks, you know what I'm saying, started sharing a post that said, no Democrat, no Republican, let's go independent. If black people started sharing that right there, That will get everybody's attention. If enough black people said that, we're not going to vote Republican. We're not going to vote Democrat. Because we've been getting the same results no matter which one of them we put in office. So this year, let's try voting independent. Let's take a look at the independent candidates and let's pick us an independent candidate to support. If black people started doing it on social media, you would cause the biggest uproar in the government ever. That would cause real fear. Protesting, marching, that shit ain't stopping nothing. Y'all see that. Y'all see that. So let's stop playing that game, man. Let's start creating a new one. One built on truth, solidarity, and collective power. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me tonight, man. If this episode sparked something in you, share it. Talk about it with other people, man. And as always, stay woke, stay united, and most of all, stay prosperous, man. I'm Mr. O'Neal. This has been another episode of the P-Ave Perspective, man. I think episode 35. We rocking, man. We rocking. Until next time, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I ask that y'all like, subscribe, go to YouTube. I am Toby O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't peeped other videos, if you missed any episodes, I'll upload them all on my YouTube page. But until next time, I want y'all to stay strong, man, and I want y'all to stay focused, man. We all we got, man. Peace. I'll see y'all next week.